We're joined in the media center by our #1 qualifier in top field, Mr. Tony Schumacher. This is his 72nd career #1, 10th at Pomona. He has won this event, or won at this track, 2 out of 3 final rounds, and you're also the top qualifier in the quickest field in top field history. So give us a little rundown about today.
Well, I think it's great to be the #1 qualifier in the quickest field ever, but what that means is I have to run the quickest number 16 qualifier, so it's going to be great. Awesome field, great to watch. The conditions are fantastic. I think the best part is, we lost the blower belt on the first run, but when you go in the sand trap and you pull a car out like that and have to go through it, dust it off, didn't change any parts or pieces, the thing went right down the track. I thought we were going to be changing the fuel management and all the parts, and they just cleaned them up. I mean, the car did what it was supposed to do. The track, the sand trap, everything worked right, and that's what we hope from the cars, from the guys that build the cars, from the NHRA Safety Safari, from the people that build the tracks. We want good, safe, fast racing, quickest field, but safe. A couple cars in the sand trap, everybody's safe. That's what we like to see.
So the car didn't even feel any bit different today than it did yesterday?
Perfect. It was just that was a phenomenal run. The 2 runs that I made it down the track, I mean, we never break belts. That was the first belt we've broken in years without a malfunction. No cylinders out, no problems, just flat broke. I thought the throttle cable snapped, because it just shut off, but it was on a great run. It left good, it felt good. So to be able to really make the first full pass, the same, almost identical number to what you did the run before, Mike and Neil and all the guys back at the fab shop that build those cars, that's a consistent race car. And we're doing some great stuff because we're making changes and it's reacting, and we can fix problems on race day that way. It's difficult when you're living on the edge and you don't really know where the edge is, and you can't back it off because you're shaking. We got a car that's real tunable. Maybe the best car I've had in a long time to drive. From all the testing we've done, we proved that we can make drastic changes and it will do drastic change. And that's all you can hope for, because the conditions are going to change. We're in Pomona. Tomorrow's going to be 10 degrees cooler. We have to know that we can make a change and the car will react.
Is this a car that you're just scratching the surface of its potential?
Well, I mean, we've had Indy on with a canopy. It's different, but our guys build us a great car. And remember, we have 3 cars. That is definitely some sort of advantage. If the crew chiefs communicate, if they work well together, if the drivers get along, you can really make a team work like that. If you have 3 separate, tune-ups in the cars, it obviously doesn't work, but it seems to be doing real well right now. Now, mind you, we're running really good. You can assume the other 2 cars will start to catch up. That's what we do, and we'll get them back in the game too, so that we have 3 good DSR cars instead of just 1.
Has it helped you to have 2 other cars in your camp running this same configuration? Same configuration that you can draw data from, truly?
Well, I think it's helped the crew chiefs. They've all built a better resume because they've got smarter from each other, better. But I probably, if you look back last year, lost the championship because my own guys beat me. They beat me a lot, and I beat them. And we're the hardest cars to race against ourselves. So, but it's racing. It's fun. It's a good time. Great cars make you rise to the occasion and do a great job. And we have that there. We have good, solid, fair racing. I mean, we pull up and we race. And it's good for the fans. They're paying big money to come out to a race in a tough world right now. They should see a good, fair race.
Let me rephrase that. The same chassis configuration and all that's helped with you.
They're mostly the same. They're built the same, but one's always getting built, and then a new one comes out, and this guy gets it, and then I think we want to. So we're constantly evolving, So, but I think this year they're probably very, very, very similar. We've worked very hard. The guys back at the shop, I mean, they're just amazing. Our shop, our fab shop, and the guys that work there are the best. They're great to work with. They're brilliant, and they figure things out.
Hey Tony, you're giving up about 30 pounds to cars that don't have the canopy. How do you get it back?
You have a fab shop that gets it back. They're great. That's it. I mean, they work very hard on, and we work extremely hard on making the car safe but light, and we're good at it. And obviously as a driver, bad time to put on weight, but the car's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's going down the track. Last year was a tough deal. The fact is, if you add 100 pounds, you slow a car down a tenth of a second. That's a difference between the number 1 qualifier and the number 16. 100 pounds. You know, so it's incredible how hard and how much attention to detail we have to put in that area.
What's your take on tomorrow? I haven't seen tomorrow.
I think it's going to be amazing. You know? I think the track is prepped excellent. I think the cars are all running extremely well. And I think the fans are going to come out and see a great show. A really great show. I mean, what else can you ask for as an athlete in any sport? You know, we're entertainers. And to put on a show where there's one lane and the other one smoking the tires, which we've all had, and I'm not going to name tracks, but they're out there, that's tough. You get there and it's always about lane choice, and man, and the fans get to see one car going on the track, and whoever gets lane choice is going to win the round. That's no good. This is great. You're going to see the first round, you know, you're going to see mostly what's expected. It's still close, but the second round's going to be absolutely brutal. Wicked, close racing, and that's what it's all about. The first race of the year, you're going to have to suck it up from the first push of the bell.
Tony, when you went into the sand trap and you thought you were going to have major components changed on the car, what were your emotions at that time, and then when did you feel once you knew they didn't have to make the major changes?
Well, you know, when you go in there, you just dust everything, and I thought we were going to have to take it apart, clean everything, and we cleaned it, but they didn't have to change any major part, and that is just a relieving feeling when you have a car. You go out and blow it up, and the car's not running good, you're praying they change stuff. When the car goes out and runs low ET, you don't want it, you know? I mean, that's just simple. You have a car, you go outside a low number, break it in half, and then you gotta bring a new car out. You know, that's tough. Consistency throughout the year wins championships. Going out, knowing what you have, building off of it, you knowing the changes you make, and understanding the car. And the last thing you want to do is the first race of the year, go out and bend a car, have to take a backup out, and then you're back at the shop building a new one. So, very happy.
Any truth to the rumor that you just wanted to go through the car wash?
No, what I said is Antron's getting all the media, and I'll be damned if I'm going to just sit back and watch him just because he wins a championship. You know?
How do you follow that?
Cut.